For 15 years, the disappearance of Goldie Hawn from the Hollywood spotlight remained one of the entertainment world's quietest mysteries. Fans speculated, journalists wondered, and yet the truth remained private, tucked away behind closed doors. Then, on the Oscar stage this past March, Goldie revealed the reason with a brief, profoundly moving, 5-word confession: "I had to save my life." It was not a scripted line or a movie moment, but an honest statement of survival, of reclaiming agency in a world often eager to define her. Behind those words lies decades of resilience, personal reflection, and the quiet strength of a woman navigating the pressures of fame while staying true to herself. Childhood and early life. Goldie Hawn was born on November 21, 1945, in Washington, D.C., to Edward Rutledge Hawn, a talented band musician and descendant of one of the youngest signers of the Declaration of Independence, and Laura Steinhoff, a graceful, artistic woman who nurtured her children in a home filled with dance, music, and creativity. Despite this lively environment, Goldie and her sister Patty experienced a subtle early loss. An older brother, Edward Jr., who had passed away before Patty was born. Though the subject was rarely spoken of, it left an indelible mark, fostering in Goldie a deep empathy and an appreciation for joy and resilience that would guide both her career and personal life. From her earliest years, she absorbed the value of artistry, hard work, and the quiet strength that often accompanies personal hardship. First steps on stage. Goldie's immersion in the arts began almost as soon as she could walk. At 3, she danced in her mother's ballet and tap studio, developing not only talent but a language of self-expression that would last a lifetime. By age 10, she had already performed in the Nutcracker with the prestigious Ballet Russe de Monte Carlo, a first glimpse of the luminous world of performance. By 19, Goldie's independence was apparent. She paused her studies at American University to open her own ballet school, teaching and nurturing students while proving her capacity to lead and create opportunities on her own terms. While the studio provided stability, she felt a restless energy, a desire to reach beyond her early accomplishments toward a broader stage. The journey to California. At 21, Goldie set out for California with little more than a few dollars, a small poodle, and a determination to carve her own path. She hoped to perform at the Melodyland Theater near Disneyland, seeking new horizons. Along the way, her car broke down in the Mojave Desert, leaving her stranded and vulnerable, but her trust and courage led her to accept guidance from a passing hitchhiker, a Green Beret recently returned from Vietnam, who safely directed her to her destination. That small act of trust was emblematic of Goldie's life, a willingness to take chances, meet the unknown with confidence, and trust in her instincts, qualities that would define both her personal and professional journey. Early Hollywood roles. Hollywood welcomed Goldie, yet also sought to confine her within certain stereotypes. She gained early attention on television shows like Good Morning World, 1967-1968, and Rowan and Martin's Laugh-In, 1968-1973. Audiences adored her laughter, charm, and radiant smile, yet behind the bubbly persona lay a disciplined, intelligent woman poised for far greater accomplishments. While her early roles introduced her to fame, they also reflected the challenges of navigating an industry that often simplified women into typecasts. Goldie, however, quietly prepared for opportunities that would showcase her true depth and versatility. Breaking through with film. Goldie's cinematic breakthrough came with Cactus Flower in 1969, where her portrayal of Toni Simmons, a young woman both vulnerable and courageous, earned both audience admiration and critical acclaim. The film grossed over $25 million in the US, ranking among the year's top hits. Her performance earned her the Oscar for Best Supporting Actress, a moment that arrived in an unexpected way. While she slept in London, a call announced her victory, and Raquel Welch accepted the award on her behalf. This spontaneous debut highlighted Goldie's rising star, proving that her talent could command recognition without compromising her individuality, and set the stage for a career defined by intelligence, charm, and determination. Establishing a legacy, the 1980s brought an unparalleled era of achievement for Goldie, showcasing her versatility in films like Swing Shift, Overboard, and Bird on a Wire. She balanced comedy, drama, and action with authenticity, infusing each character with intelligence, humor, and emotional depth. Beyond box office success, Goldie's performances consistently reflected an understanding of human complexity, transforming her work into stories that resonated across generations. Adjusted for inflation, her films have earned over $2 billion domestically, a testament to her lasting appeal, strategic career choices, and enduring connection with audiences. Championing female collaboration, Goldie's influence extended beyond her own projects. In 1996, she championed the First Wives Club, bringing together Diane Keaton and Bette Midler in a film celebrating female empowerment. Initially dismissed as overly bitter or unbalanced, Goldie recognized the heart of the story and worked to preserve its humor, warmth, and authenticity. She also established a pact of mutual support among the cast, ensuring that collaboration rather than competition defined their work. The film's $181 million worldwide success reflected not only commercial achievement, but also the power of solidarity, respect, and thoughtful leadership in a competitive industry. Personal trials and family life. While professionally thriving, Goldie faced challenges in her personal life, including 2 marriages. Her first marriage to Gus Triconis began with shared artistic passion, but gradually dissolved under diverging career paths. Later, she met musician Bill Hudson on a plane, and their romance grew into a family with 2 children, Oliver and Kate. Though their partnership eventually ended, Goldie remained steadfast in prioritizing her children's well-being and nurturing an environment of love and support, demonstrating her commitment to family and her ability to navigate personal upheaval with grace. A New Love and the 15-Year Glance. Goldie's enduring partnership with Kurt Russell began long before they became a couple. Their first professional meeting occurred on the set of the one and only Genuine Original Family Band in 1968, but it was 15 years later, on Swing Shift, 1983, that a shared connection blossomed. What drew Goldie was not Hollywood allure, but Kurt's genuine kindness and his rapport with her children. Their first date, an impromptu and humorous misadventure involving a mistaken break-in, set the tone for a relationship defined by spontaneity, laughter, and mutual respect. Together, they built a family grounded in love and understanding rather than formal contracts, illustrating a commitment chosen daily rather than imposed externally. The unsigned contract. Goldie and Kurt chose never to marry, a decision reflecting their belief that love need not be formalized to endure. Each Valentine's Day became a quiet celebration of their partnership, a renewal of trust, shared joy, and commitment. Their household brought together children from prior relationships alongside their own, creating a blended family anchored in connection, warmth, and laughter. From Oliver and Kate Hudson to Boston and Wyatt Russell, the family became a living testament to intentional, nurtured love. Goldie and Kurt exemplify how relationships built on mutual respect, shared values, and active care can thrive over decades. Navigating Hollywood with grace. Throughout her career, Goldie Hawn navigated Hollywood with a remarkable blend of charm, discipline, and quiet dignity. She avoided public disputes and media spectacle, allowing her work, professionalism, and character to speak for themselves. Her choices created a reputation of integrity and thoughtfulness, inspiring colleagues and fans alike. Goldie's approach demonstrates that strength is often understated, rooted in resilience, thoughtful decision-making, and a commitment to authenticity rather than performative displays of power. Legacy and enduring influence. Goldie Hawn's life story embodies courage, creativity, and unwavering self-respect. From a young dancer in her mother's studio to an Oscar-winning actress, producer, and Hollywood icon, she transformed challenges into opportunities and experiences into triumphs. Her films, collaborations, and personal choices reflect a rare blend of intelligence, empathy, and humor, leaving an indelible mark on both the industry and those fortunate enough to know her work. Goldie's journey demonstrates that true influence extends beyond fame, emerging instead from authenticity, resilience, and the ability to nurture meaningful connections. Closing reflections. Goldie Hawn's life reminds us that personal strength, creativity, and love are the measures of a truly remarkable journey. From early losses and formative lessons to professional triumphs and enduring relationships, she has navigated the complexities of fame and family with grace, humor, and steadfast determination. Her choice to step away when necessary, her ability to create her own opportunities, and her commitment to cultivating meaningful connections reflect a life lived intentionally and authentically. In every chapter, Goldie exemplifies that resilience, authenticity, and care for oneself and others define the legacy of an extraordinary life.